my morning routine.
And let's just think about this day.
Can you just sometimes wake up in the morning and instead of rushing into your to-do list and rushing into what you have to get done and rushing into how you're going to handle this and handle that?
I'm not just going to play a video for you to listen to. You can ask me how to find this, but what I take from this is a few things. Today I'm going to slow down and really stick to an area and focus. I used to wake up always rushing, always worrying, always stressed. I had a lot of anxiety, so I used to wake up and think I had to chase the world, like everybody. Like everyone feels, I shouldn't say everybody, at least well over 90% stresses and wakes up. I was a part of that. And trying to rush or check your emails, rushing out the door, last minute rushing, you have to get to your boss, I gotta get to work, I'm gonna be late, or you're at peace, you're on time, but still you have to get to work. You have a certain time to be there, then you have to have an agenda at work, protocols, maybe if you're in sales, you have goals that you have to hit, you have to meet those expectations. I had that life, and I chose not to have it anymore. I literally freed myself. And I also, it wasn't easy. It took time. It didn't happen overnight. So first, I used to work in construction. So I used to work not only construction, like labor, like general labor, for the first 10 years of my life, actually working. Before that, when I was 15, I worked at Dairy Queen and I had a couple fast food jobs. Then I got into labor, and I just listened to everybody that told me what I should do. Like parents, you should just work hard, get a good job, save money. Work hard, get a good job, save money. And that's what I did. I didn't save money, but I worked hard. When I did, most of the time I got fired. I know there's a few people here that can relate, but if not, that's okay, because you might relate to something else. If you're a hard worker, you work good, you save money, you're raising your kids, and that's beautiful. If you're happy, if you're not happy, I feel you have to start to ask yourself, what should I be doing? What is my purpose? In order to find your purpose, you really have to go within yourself. I didn't do it for years. Until my late 20s, I didn't know what the meaning was. Even after my car accident, I didn't know what I was doing with my life. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what my mission was, or what my purpose was, what made me happy. But I knew none of the jobs I got even afterwards in my late 20s, like sales and contract work and commission work, direct sales, direct marketing, door-to-door canvassing, or if it was like a work from home on your own terms, you go out there hustle. I worked for local farms. I thought I was doing something great for the world. I was supporting grass-fed, sustainable living, organic fruits and vegetables, grass-fed animals.
We tried something new. So
That would have been amazing, right? But I think it would have been more amazing if I was able to have more control of that for families, because you can't do, I couldn't do something in life where I felt if a company was telling me it is coming from a grass-fed animal, it is organic, but families are asking me, I'm even asking, but where is it coming, like for real? Like if it's really local, shouldn't you be able to go to the farm? Shouldn't you be able to pick out the animal, know about the butchering process, know about all that? So those things led me to ultimately not feel good, and I quit. I just became very critical in my life when it came to all seriousness and taking things seriously. I would quit jobs if I wasn't happy. You know, I started filling my mind with knowledge and information and wisdom and learning. So my real reason for wanting to do this is I believe that if each and every person were to do this, the world will change. The world will change so fast that the people trying to control it wouldn't even know what to do anymore. You know, there's a lot of people working within the system. You know, I feel we're living in a system, in a matrix. You know, like we're in a programmed, controlled, holding you where you are in life system. Think about it. You know, what is the school system? How is it formatted? To work, save money, get a good career, you know, get a good education under your belt, and work. Be a good worker, either a lawyer, doctor. You know how many doctors and lawyers I've worked side by side next to that really weren't that intelligent, only within what they knew? You know how many doctors I've met and gone to actually, and that actually look up to me, that are inspired by me? You know how many doctors are arrogant? You know, lots. Ignorant. You know, I'm not trying to cast any judgment or cast anybody down. I'm not even trying that. I'm just trying to say we have to open up our own eyes. You know, we have to start asking questions. We have to know if that medication we're taking is really serving us. You know, I used to be on medication. I used to be on pharmaceuticals. I used to take Tylenol and Advil whenever I felt a headache coming along. It's been over 5 years I have not touched a medication. You know, so much prosperity and abundance and ease can come into each and every one of your lives, is what I'm trying to address here ultimately. Time goes by. 8 minutes already, but you know, I'm not gonna feel time is irrelevant. Filling, you know, I'm jumping from section to section to section, but my clients know when they have a focus, I focus on it. Right now I don't have a client. It's just me and this video. So I apologize if I'm going down the path that you want to listen to your and then I jump somewhere and you're like, what the hell? This guy's so sporadic. Yeah, I am. I've been like this, and I love it, but I can focus when I have a client. That's why I need topics. You know, I learned a lot about our health, about, you know, for example, I was doing some research on our telomeres, our cells, genes, and our chromosomes. And you can actually reactivate some of these, you know, some are meant to die off. It's good for something to die, for something new to come into existence. In order for something to live, something must die. I'm constantly killing cells with biohacking. I do biohacking on a day-to-day basis for a couple years now. You know, I don't know if you've heard of taking ice cold showers. Even the people who teach this stuff don't do 10 minutes straight. They'll never tell you, but I've got to a place where I can do 10 minutes straight. You don't walk into ice cold shower like that. You get your normal shower in, your normal bath, get your body temperature feeling good. The first thing is you have to set an intention for your mind to understand that you're about to change it to cold. If you shock your body, that's good too. It's great. I've done it. Now I don't have to intentionally think about it. I just shock my body and do it, and my body is able to adapt. But before, Louis Hayes and these Joel Osteen, they're great. You know, if you want to listen to them. But so before going in, you would just meditate on it. You'd think, you'd breathe, you'd like, okay, you'd say your name, you say to yourself, I'm going into this cold shower. Understand that and accept that, okay, you're going to do that. That's what your body's going to know what to do. Once you'd step into it, then you from warm to cold, you turn it when you're having your shower, and you breathe through it, and you take deep breaths until your breathing doesn't become like hyperventilating. Like you have to get past that point. You don't allow that to persist. You have to control your breathing, control your chest. Hold your breath, squeeze and tighten, and let yourself work through that cold temperature. Don't lose control of yourself and be like, oh my god, because when you do that, you're not paying attention to what you need to be doing to start these cold shower techniques. And what it does actually is it will actually kill old fat cells, inflammation, stress, anxiety, cells that do not serve you anymore, that are damaged telomeres, chromosomes that aren't even protecting your telomeres, that will break off. Eventually our telomeres age us, right? So we all have aging and anti-aging cells. So once you kill those cells that no longer serve you, they're no longer stronger, you can develop and create new cells that can withstand those temperatures, that are strong to keep you warm. So those are the new ones that will start developing and you'll start creating. So when I first started, I had the worst. I could only do like 10 seconds. I'm like, oh my god, my body sucks. I'm so fat, like, oh my god. But I just stayed with it. But I did a lot of that self-talk. So I'm just saying that in the beginning of this, I used to talk to myself like that. And then I started saying, no, I'm going to do this. Okay, good. Step one, day one. I would not look at myself and say I'm fat. I would embrace what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to accomplish. And I would eventually be able to do 20 seconds and then 30 seconds, and I'd crank it a little bit. And what I'm trying to say is that the temperature that I was able to withstand in the beginning, I was able to withstand double, triple than what I did. Now I'd look back like, oh my god, it's been 5 days, I could do this. Now, oh my god, it's been 5 weeks or even a week. And then weeks and then months. I've been doing this for over a year, and now I'm at the point where I can go all the way that way and even crank it more while I'm in that for 5 minutes, and then do more till it gets ice cold, where it's like prickly, like brain freeze. And I love it because my body is adapted in a way where it's like, you know, when you hit yourself with hot water and you can't even stand in hot water, it's almost like that. But I wouldn't want to scald your body, but cold water won't scald your body. We're like hot dogs. We need to regulate our temperature. We need to use it on our arteries. We need to put on the back of our neck. If you're stressed, if you have a headache, it'll release that dis-ease and that inflammation because it'll regulate your blood flow. It'll kill off those cells. You know, your brown fats will start protecting you better. So now it's amazing. I put it under my armpit, everywhere you need to put it, until your core temperature cools down. And it doesn't have to be a specific time. It doesn't have to be first thing in the morning. It can be whenever you have your agenda set. You know, don't follow anybody's morning routine, because, you know, if you, like one guy, Naveen Jain, said once, I was listening to a video, he said, if you follow Michael Jordan's morning routine, you're never going to become Michael Jordan. So if you follow anybody's morning routine, you're never going to become them. Become who you're trying to become. Don't become somebody else. Take tidbits and analogies and concepts and relate things and understand. Educate yourself from bits and pieces of hundreds and thousands. People, the greatest people in the world, read books. And there's a concept that Tony Robbins says is, you know, I take the 30, 60 years of the most educated, knowledgeable people around the world that have studied their field for 30, 60 years, and I condense it to 10 years. So I'm able to help the next person suffer from PTSD, stress, anxiety, trauma, any psychological things, in a quicker time. And he's proved it on stage, where psychiatrists and doctors would like feel like, you know, he's going against their teachings, but they would, now he teaches them. Now he teaches everybody. So what I'm saying is everybody's has the ability. So you can take ideas and condense it. Just take everyone's idea. Don't just stick to one video. Or if you're an old person, don't just watch old people, because you'll never relate to a young person. No, the greatest people in the world surround themselves with younger people. You see Tony Robbins' teams, are they his age? Absolutely not. Bob Proctor, does he hang around people his age? Absolutely not. Nobody successful, you know, does that. And you have to feel good. You have to feel. Success is not just, wow, success could be, I feel successful because I wrote the book that I always wanted to write. You know, you can feel successful by accomplishing a certain weight, accomplishing the cold showers, sticking to a diet. You know, I couldn't stick to those diets because first thing, it's a financial situation. You know, you have to buy avocados and eggs and organic and spinach and kale all the time, every day. Oh my god, just to make an amazing huge salad that you need to get your 1,000 calories in, to put the certain ingredients in there to make it like that, the seeds, the oils, and all that. That's like a $20 salad, and literally you spent like $25, and you have enough ingredients to make that salad twice or maybe even 3 times. But that's like you have to do that, what, 3 times in a day? So $25 3 times a day, or every day for 3 times a day. You know, I could do it. We could do it now, but before, I'm trying to say is I couldn't do it, so I found another way to lose weight. I'm jumping to weight now. I was 220 pounds. And through these steps that I've taken, my mindset, detachment, letting go of all the blockages, because your subconscious mind, your mind is against you. Your mind is not supporting you to bungee jump. You know, if you want to go bungee jumping with your friends, your mind's not programmed to be like, yeah, you could do it. Your brain's designed to protect you and say, safety, safety, safety net, you know. So you have to kind of force yourself and push through and break through some of these challenges that you face day to day. We all look for help. I'm looking for help. I look for help. I've looked for help, you know. But, you know, in my life, unfortunately, I didn't have any guidance. Nobody in my lifetime guided me. Not my family at all. The only person who guided me with knowledge and information and education was myself, me, myself, and I, and God, universe. And gave me these whispers. And listening to things, you know, you'd hear like Oprah talk back in the day, and you'd be like, you wouldn't think much of it. As you get older, you're like, whispers. Let me start focusing. But why do you have to wait so many years to start to do something you have to do with your life now? Why do a lot of us wait decades? Do you want to end up dying on your deathbed to regret what you could have, should have done, what your spirit's been trying to push you to do? Write that book. And you just ignore it? Lose weight. Your body doesn't deserve that. But we're like chowing down on that burger, chowing down on all the stuffs that make us feel good, but then ultimately make us feel bad, make us look bad. Look bad on the inside and out. You know, everything stems from our gut, you know, all the way up to our brain. And it's all linked. So it's not just our brain that's saying, I want to eat. It's that gut bacteria that you have that might be triggering those chemicals saying that it needs to eat. You need to feed us. You need to feed these worms or these parasites or these, bacteria. I need to eat. I need a sugar craving. I need salt. I need sweet and salt. I need burger. To overcome these things, some people need that support system, which is good. And some people don't have it. So this is not a contradiction into what I do. This is some people are already on the right way. They just want a motivational video, you know. Some people who aren't, you know, they just want that guidance, which is amazing. So my morning routine is the first thing in the morning. Before I open my eyes, and a lot of people say, "Oh, when you open your eyes." Now, I intend for it as I'm going to open my eye. I thank you, God, thank you, universe. I say thank you 3 times. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirit. Oh, thank you, Malcolm. And just thank you. Right? So I say thank you a lot of times. You know, when we have all these subconscious paradigms, all these subconscious beliefs that come up, right before it hits my head, right when it's coming, I say, shut the fuck up. I don't even say that anymore. Now I just say, thank you, I'm great. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I'm amazing. You know, a lot of people don't want to say things to themselves. A lot of people are just action takers. They just do things, which is fantastic. But a lot of people haven't had our lives. A lot of people haven't had the ups and downs, the struggles. A lot of people have entrepreneurs in their life. A lot of people have successful people in their life, families that supported them, raised them well, and now they're doing good. A lot of people don't have what other people have. So there's a lot of people quick to judge in the world. I don't judge. Please don't judge anybody. Don't judge. Don't look at somebody and base them off their cover, base them off how they look. You know, I was taught by one of my mentors, Dr. Wayne Dyer, not on the physical form, obviously. I don't need to go physically meet with Tony Robbins. I'm going to, but I don't need to learn. So one of my coaches and mentors, Dr. Wayne Dyer, says, you know, when you look at somebody that looks different from yourself, that has a hole in their ear or different hair, just send love and be like, I love you, beautiful. You know, start to send love and beauty to people. Don't look at people like look at people like love, you know, like love. Because that's programming yourself for self-love. If you don't have self-love, how can you give it to somebody else? You know, If you don't have love for yourself, you're obviously saying to that person, you know, what you would say to yourself. So yeah, I listen to morning motivation, positivity. I listen to morning motivation. I listen to podcasts. I listen to documentaries. I listen to Gaia TV, which has so much content. Mind Valley, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Les Brown. I listen to I Am Affirmations. I wrote a book on affirmations. You know, that's a great book. I wrote it with my son. And, you know, it's to coach and mentor children. I think children are being lacked in today's day and age. I was a child and I was never taught affirmations, ever, even in school. So I put it on to myself to write a book for children because I was neglected growing up. Maybe in some people's eyes they'd say, no, you weren't. Well, in other aspects, okay, not in like, yeah, I was fed when I was living with people, but when I say neglected, I just mean knowledge, information. School neglects us, you know. They don't teach you finances. They don't teach us a lot of the things that children need to know growing up. You know, I can't even confidently say I have a grade 7 education because I remember going to school up till grade 6 and staying in school, even though I wasn't the greatest kid, you know. But, you know, I honestly don't even think I have a good school education. I don't at all. My knowledge and information stems from life, stems from source, stems from other people's knowledge, information, and education, surrounding myself in front of leaders, being around successful people. You know, I've sat with CEOs. I've been around tons of managers. I see how they think. I take bits and pieces, right? I'm not an energy sucker like some people think that people know how to do all that stuff. I know who is and who isn't, but what I'm trying to say is I take knowledge, bits and pieces of knowledge, information to be the best. Copy the best to become the best. This video is a 30-minute video. I don't know who's gonna sit through this, but yeah, I just wanted to help. And I'll start doing 8-minute increments on a topic, make it easier. Or maybe I'll edit this. I'll condense it. All right. Oops.